Hello and welcome back to the Flag Lair. This is me, Mr. P, Tareth Peacock, live in the Flag Lair, coming to you from Flags in Focus. Welcome to another live stream of this wonderful, marvelous, vexillological channel. Hope you're having a good day, excuse me, and I hope you're having all things flag related going on in your life, because that's what we're here for. So as always, normal, say hello, put some notes in the chat. Let's see who's around. Let me kick things off and just make sure that we get you guys involved, because as I say every month, this live stream is about you guys, not just me. So please say hi, as I've just put, as I'm going to put in here. So hi. I can type and talk at the same time, so please get involved. A few bits and pieces going on this month. It's been a busy month. I've been away, all sorts of places. Trying to remember now. Georgia, Armenia, a bit of Italy, and a tiny bit of the Vatican. So that's all come in there as well. And I haven't got my glasses on. So hi. Is that? There's an interesting name. Gosh, my glasses, my eyes. Anyway, hi. Thank you for being in the chat. Welcome. I would say you by name, but honestly, that's tiny, and I'll have to try and increase. It's because I've got contact lenses. It's probably best if I took the contact lenses out and then I'd be able to actually read what's on the screen. Anyway, hi, welcome. It's great to have you. Please let me know your favorite flags, what's going on in your world. Anything flag related, that's great. I've got a few bits of flags here that I want to share with you that I've yet to open. So I shall share those with you in a sort of unboxing way. So please drop in, say hello. If I stand further back, I might be able to just get, I can, oh, is that Mitta? Is that Mitta? Have I got that right? Hi, anyway, and anyone else who wants to drop in a message to say hi, please do. That's what we're here for. It's all flag related, hence me being in the Flag Lair. These are all my personal own flag library I have here, which keeps it's Mitsu. Have I got that right? Mitsu? Please tell me if was it Sa? Mitsa? Is it an at the end or oo? And then hopefully I will get your name right, because I am terrible with pronunciations. It's one of the problems I have with when I'm making normal videos about flags. I have to do a lot of research, not just about the flag itself, but also about how to pronounce certain words, places, names of usually kings and queens or warriors or clans or tribes. So I have to make sure I get them right. And I'm forever having to go through various YouTube channels or indeed various websites to make sure I get the pronunciation as close as I possibly can. It doesn't always work. And then I end up with situations where, Mitsa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It really causes no end of problems for me. Anyway, so I hope that's okay. Let me know, Bitsa, what's your favourite flag. Let's get that ball rolling as well. So let's see what flags get you going. Let me just kick off with a couple of flags which I have yet to add to the Flag Lair that have come through the post. I'm going to put this down. Normally I'd wear a top that I can actually pin this to. I haven't got one today because today has been a bit of a nightmare of trying to get things done and rushing around a lot. So I've literally got the car and then had to get the bag, running around, lots and lots of things. My favorite is the, my goodness, I'm going to have to take me. The Satu Mare, city of Romania. Okay, city in Romania. Satu Mare. So, are you from Romania then? Am I picking up on that one? Perhaps, which I do have a blue, yellow, red flag somewhere in amongst this. Let's not talk about Chad at the same time of talking about, yes, you are from Romania. That's brilliant. Lovely. Welcome to my little hovel here in the United Kingdom, in a little place called Bedfordshire. This is where we are in the Flag Lair, but you're very welcome. All from Romania, which is beautiful. place. I've yet to visit Romania. It's on the bucket list. I do need to get there at some point. So I hope to get out there soon. And I will have to check out this city flag that you've put in and take a good look at that. Right. So thank you for sharing with that. Anyone else, if you're here, please let me know where you're from as well. Where you're from, favorite flags. You don't have to give me your address, obviously. Just a country would be perfect. Anyway, talking of countries, I've got this particular flag, which I hope is right. Mind the noise. So I've had this sealed for a while, yet to actually share it. However, this is quite. I don't know why I'm always impressed when I open these, because I know exactly what the flags look like and what they are. But there we go. Let me just. I don't need to. If I move this over here, then I don't need to shout quite as much, do I? Because the good thing about these microphones, if I can get it to stand, is that I can move it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Right. Bon Air, people. There we go. This is a rather beautiful flag. I've obviously not been to this part of the world of Bon Air, which is a Dutch colony. And I'm sure I have done an episode about this, and therefore should be able to tell you what the star means. And if I remember rightly, the black circle is actually a compass. So if it's the Dutch and the Netherlands and those sorts of people who were naval groups of people, then that the compass sign makes sense. Something now is triggering that I think the 5-pointed star links to either islands or regions within the country. But anyway, this unironed Bon Air is a new flag. It's been sitting unwrapped for quite some time. But so I've been holding on to it specially to wait for a live stream so I can actually open it. Who else have we got? That one, Aussie GPS. Hi. Could I just call you Aussie? I don't know, because there's only one of you in the chat called Aussie at the moment. But hi, Aussie. Please, I was going to say, let me know where you're from. I'm going to hazard a guess, Aussie, that you might be from a little land down under, perhaps. Oh no, not this one, but from Australia, which I think I have just. There we go, Commonwealth Star. I think that's sitting at the back there. I do have the Romanian flag, as I say, somewhere. But yep, good. So now we've got Romania and Australia. Go on, there's a few more of you. Just give me a country where you're from. That'd be fab to find out where you guys are all coming from. So it's beautiful. Right, let's keep this rolling. So that's my Bon Air attachment that I've had. And I've got one more, which I have a sneaky suspicion that you guys might not have seen before. Just take this to see. It's brand new. Now this is a fairly new flag, new 2023 or 24. 24, I think it was only came out. So this is a new one. Also, peeps, please share your favorite flags as well in the chat, which will be great. We've got this the Satumer that Mitsu has shared with us, which I don't know, but I will have to look that one up shortly. I don't even know where my phone is. I could actually have a look at that. Anyway, I've got a laptop in front of me. I suppose I could Google it and have a look. But anyway, I'll have a look at that. So yes, guys, if you share which favorite flags you've got as well, put that in the chat and we can have a look at those as well. Anyway, this other one, this is, as I say, a new flag for, I'm sure it's 2024. It came out. And I have covered this. And there's a reason why I've got this one as well. And it's let's just make sure I get all of that in shot. Here we go. This is there we are. This is a rather intriguing flag. This is the flag for the, now do they call them counties or shires, up in Scotland? So it's part of a Scotland regional flag, and it's a county flag called Moray. So the blue at the bottom is the Moray Firth estuary river, if I vaguely remember rightly. You've got the sand colours at the top, and then, if I remember rightly, it's barley here in the green, showing the agricultural side of the world. So Moray is it's quite north in Scotland. If you can picture Scotland, that is, it's right sort of a coastal regional area near Inverness. It's not far from Inverness. And the reason I've got that one, not only because it's a new flag-ish, but also many years ago, when I was a little lad, we used to live in a place called Lossiemouth, which is part of Moray. Or Lossiemouth is a village that's in the Shire of Moray. Of which that flag now covers. So that's why I picked that one up. So I hope you like that design. This is what I mean, is there's apart from most of these, which are national flags, Malta, for example, and that didn't last long, but never mind. Portugal, Australia, we've had a look at. Slovenia, etc. Philippines. So we've got all of these national flags, but hidden deep, just as Mitsu has shared with the city flag. I do love a city flag. There are probably literally millions of flags, official flags out there in the world. When you've got city flags in Romania, you've got regional flags in Scotland. It's as well as all the national and county ones. It's state flags in the US, provinces in Canada. It goes on and on and on. Anyway, what's one of my favourites is the new Utah flag. Yes. Do you know, I'm struggling just to remember, but I think, oh no, why am I struggling to remember? Because, do you mean, bear with me one moment. Do you mean, I should have it. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. This is the beehive, the new beehive one with the rocks. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where is it? Bear with me. Oddly enough, next week, a week today, at the same time, I am doing a USA special on flag. There, this one. There we are, Ozzy, just for you. I'm not going to get it out because it'll just pull everything else down. But it's this one. And I absolutely agree with you 100% that this is a far better state flag. I'll get it out next week than Excellency. We're on the same wavelength. It's a far better flag than their predecessor, or indeed other things that look like this, the more traditional state flag. This one happens to be Pennsylvania. Yes. But yes, next week, because it's the 4th of July, which happens to be a little bit of an Independence Day, apparently, in the USA. And just to remind our US colleagues and friends and people out there that it is only the USA that celebrates the 4th of July, Independence Day. No one else on the planet celebrates it at all. Anyway, however, saying that, next week, same time, same place, I will be showing all of the US flags that I've got available, which isn't all of them, by the way. You'll be pleased to know, but many of them, or at least the collection that I have of all US. It seems fitting that if I was going to share US flags, then the 4th of July probably is going to be the best time to do it. I don't know. Anyway, I do have one more flag to share. But while we're here, just to say that if you guys are, well, it'd be good to know where you guys are from. So at the moment we've got Australia and Romania. If any of you others want to share where you're from as well, no addresses, just a country would be brilliant. I'd love to find out from there. Well, I'm in the UK, so we've got 3 bits of the world at the moment. So if any of you want to share that, and indeed to share a favourite flag, let's have a look at those as well. So we've got some good choices thus far. So as I say, Utah is good. Right, the last flag that I've got to open is in a bag, so it's hardly an opening. But as I said right at the beginning, coming back from holiday, I've been to a few countries recently, and I try and get flags from the country that I'm at. But although I've probably got them, but when I do go to the countries and I try and get the flag, I try and get something more than just a printed flimsy thing that I've got here. I try and get something that's a proper material, stitch and everything as well. And I did happen to find one here. Roxon Forest. Where are we? Atlantic Canada. Canada, excellent. Mentioned Canada just a moment ago with your provinces and your various flags, which are interesting to say the least. Your provincial flags, not my personal favorite, most of them. None of it is one of my favorites, to be fair. I do happen to like that one. And is it Newfoundlands, which is the redesign of the Union Jack, if I remember rightly, which looks so much better, if I recall. How many flags do you have? Right, good question. Good question. So a few weeks back, about 3 weeks ago, I went through the entire, because I had no idea. I went through the entire collection of this, and I was thinking when somebody asked me a few months ago how many I've got, and I went, 250, I think, 200, 250. Transpires that there's about 420 flags. There's way more hanging right at the back here. I've got two more. Well, these are 2 rows of flags either side, and then I've got another 2 rows of flags here, and then there's another row of flags that goes way, but it's ridiculous. I have more flags than I dare to count sometimes, because obviously when you start counting, then you realize just how much money you've spent on this thing. So it's about 420, give or take, at last count. And now it's probably 423 with the 2 I've just showed you and the one I'm about to show you again, because I'm constantly adding to it. Nice. I have 100 flags. Oh, excellent. So now we're getting to other people who've got their own collections. Brilliant. Now, just out of curiosity, then, Mitsu, is your collection of flags of places that you've been to, or just ones that you like and you just collected them? Because I think, like most flag collectors or vexillological people, your intentions start out well of, I'm just going to collect the flags of the places I've been to. And then before you know it, you've got a collection that's ridiculously and gone very wild. Because, for example, I have not been to, my goodness, now I've just pulled this one out. BBB begins with a B, Bavaria in Germany. I've not been there, but I've got the flag. I've not been to Utah, although we've shown that one a little bit earlier. I've not been to Bonaire, although that's one I've just opened earlier. What else have we got? The Philippines I haven't been to. The flag of Bedfordshire, however, which is where we're at. Let me just pull this one out a bit better. Oh my goodness. Just for those of you who may not have seen it, this is the flag of Bedfordshire, where we are, which obviously I have been to. You've got the river, the Great River Ouse is what's represented through the middle, and the red and yellow comes from an old mare, what do you call it, coat of arms, as well as the scallops, as opposed to shells, that go down the middle of the Bedfordshire flag. So that's a Bedfordshire flag. The Moray flag, which I showed you earlier, which is another county, but within Scotland. So that's in England, that's in Scotland, and I've got various other counties. Oh, look, and the Isle of Man, which is just a ridiculous flag, but I'm covering that on another place. Oh gosh, lots going on all of a sudden. It's me blabbering on about flags, and you guys have been busy in the chat, which is absolutely fabulous. Right, Aussie, also love the flags of the Soviet Socialist Republics. Very authentic. You personally own like around 30 flags. Okay, right. Let me just there's two things there: 30 flags and Soviet flags. Right. So I do have, somewhere some of the Soviet flags, because I too rather do like the design of the flags. I'm just wondering where I put them. I don't think they're anywhere around here, to be fair. Oh, hold on. I do believe I've spotted one. Anyway, let me see if I can keep talking while climbing ladders at the same time. Can I get this one down? Oh, let me see if I can get these down for you. Well, we're talking Soviet flags. Obviously, hadn't planned any of this. That's why they're up here. Okay, we'll get to my third flag in a moment. However, while we're talking Soviet flags, let's do this. I can never remember which one this is. Yeah, Ozzy, just for you. I think this is either Latvia or Estonia. If you know which one it is, then please tell me, because I can't remember. It is Estonia. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rocks, Forest. Yes, Estonia. So you're right. There's something about the Soviet flags that I like. Actually, they're an intriguing bunch of flags, and I do cover them when I talk about the ex-Soviet countries' flags as well. So when I did talk about Estonia, I did cover the flag. Just couldn't remember which one, because if you look at Estonia and Latvia, their Soviet flags are pretty much the same. And this is the Transcaucasus flag, if I remember rightly, for that region, which would have covered countries like Armenia, Uzbekistan, those sorts of places, if I remember rightly. My Soviet history isn't brilliant, but I do like their flags. So I hope, Ozzy, that's covered that. Let's just jump ahead quickly, because this is all talking about, it's Estonia has sharper waves. Okay, yes. The pointy, so the water was more choppy around Estonia than Latvia. So Latvia's got calm waves. Estonia has anyway. Estonia SSR flag had a stripe of red under the waves. Latvia SSR didn't. Yes, you're right. Yes, I got yes. Okay, and welcome, Simple Sheep. Great term. I'd love to know what part of the world you're from. Just trying to find out where people are coming from in the world as well. So yes, you're right. The Latvian flag. Sorry, this. Hang on, have I got this? Now I've just confused myself. Estonia flag. See, now we're Estonia. Anyway, yes, one of them. Yes, where the pointy river, the sea is higher up the flag, and there's another red stripe underneath the water, whereas this one, it's at the bottom. Anyway, Soviet flags. The Caucasian SFSR, Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan split from it in 1936, creating their own SSR's flags. Thank you, Aussies. You know your stuff about the Soviets. I might have to have a chat with you about Soviet stuff at some point. Anyway, and what else did we have? Oh, and you had, it was 30 flags as well. Excellent. Good start. I know you won't finish at just 30, which is great. Matsu, it's places I've visited in Milan. Oh, Milan. Oh, okay, and random places. Excellent. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm impressed that you've managed to keep it to places that you've visited, which is fantastic. Right. Okay. Let's just quickly get through this other one that I've got. So this is another one that I picked up on my travels. This is why I need to wear the right top so I can pin microphones to me. First world problems. Right, okay. And this one I've got to make sure I get it the right way round. Why am I struggling with what? I thought the orange went at the top. Was it the red goes to? Anyway, this is a decent. Gosh, it's heavy for the size it is. This is Armenia, from Armenia. So in Yerevan, the capital, I picked this one up. There was a stall that was selling, amongst other things, these flags. But the guy who was selling them had three different sizes. A huge one, which is much, much bigger than this version, and in a much smaller side. But the good one is that this is the correct ratio. It's a 2:1 ratio, unlike the other flags that I've got. And I do have an Armenian one sat at the back here somewhere, which is the these are all 2:3 ratio, sort of a generic what the Olympics go for when they put all their flags. They make sure that everybody has a 2:3 ratio flag to make sure that everybody is equal. And yes, that does include Nepal and Switzerland. And I would say the Vatican, but oddly enough, the Vatican don't get involved in the Olympics. Anyway, massive digression. So Armenia is a 1:2 ratio flag, which I've got, which I'm happy at, which is brilliant. So that's those ones there, which I am rather pleased and proud of. Good stuff. Right, where were we? Yes, so I've talked about it as well, and I'll just give you another reminder. So next week, I've also got, as I said, another live stream. So usually I just do one live stream a month. I've done a few this month, but anyway, the last Friday of every month at 12:45 British summertime at the moment until October when it becomes GMT. But anyway, for the time being, UK time, 12:45. Every last Friday, I'll be here with various amounts of different flags and things, what's going on. But next week, because it's just happens to be on a Friday as well, and it's July the 4th, we're going to go through many of my American flags that I've got. Oh, there's the swallowtail of Ohio, for example. So, which is again a much better state flag than some of the others. So please join me then as well. I'm coming pretty much to an end, unless you guys have got any much more to want to share with us, which would be great if you can. That'd be good. I've got some time left, which is not a problem. We've covered USSR flags, we've covered Bonaire, and various others. What I do like to do also during each live stream is I like to give away a flag randomly to one of you guys who have been here actually during the live stream itself. And I've given away a number of flags throughout this year because I've only been doing them since January. And I have an option of 2 flags. I either give away a Bedfordshire flag, of which I have many, or indeed a flag of the channel, which is this one. Just pull that one out ever so slightly. So that's the Flags in Focus channel flag as well. So I like to give away one or the other to those, to anyone who's randomly joined in on the chats. And I try and make sure that we have different winners each time. So if you want to be involved in that, then you need to get chatting, and I'll pull someone out randomly in just a moment. So if you haven't chatted yet, let me know what country you're from. Let's share that. So we've had Canada, Australia, Romania, obviously me in the UK. So let us know where you are in the world. And also, if you have a favorite flag, put it in the chat as well. Get that in quickly because we're slowly running out of time. But let's have a talk about that. Do I have the flag of Transylvania by any chance? That's a real long shot, and the answer is no. I don't. And to be fair, I couldn't pull it out of my head on what that one looks like either. Why am I buzzing? So I would have to. I'd have to Google that one to see what that looks like. But it's a good question. And Something tells me I have looked that one up before, but I don't have it in the collection. I have a Rebel Alliance flag, but I don't have Transylvania. Terribly sorry. Right, okay. Last chance for getting in from what countries you guys are from, which would be great. And also favourite flags. And it's just given me another chance just to say that there are always, every Friday is when I come out with either videos or live streams. So obviously this week is a live stream. Next week will be a live stream as well. But after that, there'll be videos. So I'm currently editing a video about the Mauritanian flag when I visited Mauritania earlier this year, which is a bizarre, wonderful part of the world on the east coast of Africa, just below Marrakesh, Morocco. And they've got a bit of an interesting backstory to their current flag, so I cover that in an episode. As I say, I've just been to Armenia and Georgia, so I've done episodes about those two. I've recorded those, so they all need editing yet. So I need to edit a video about the Vatican after visiting there just the other day. Italy, which we probably all know, but that has, oh my goodness, a huge history behind it, and a very complicated one, and one that nobody can really agree on either when it comes to colors. Anyway, so I cover all that. Anyways, basically there's more episodes and videos to come, so keep an eye out for that as well. It's a real nice one. Blue, red, yellow, horizontal tricolour. So I can see now, I think it's because I've focused in on that. Oh, it's a tricolour, which is intriguing for an internal regional flag. Or a city town. Is Transylvania, is it a region or a town or a city when it comes to the actual flag? Because we have things like, for example, in the UK, so Birmingham, which is a fairly big city, has a particular flag, but then the county of which Birmingham sits has another county. And then there's a regional, what they call the Black Country flag as well. It all gets very complicated. It's a historical county. There's no R at the end. There is the county flag, historical county. Okay, that's interesting. Historical county flags. That's interesting, because oddly enough, that's exactly what the Flag Institute of the UK calls these types of flags. They're all historical county flags. So the Bedfordshire, for example, of what this flag covers, does not cover the today's county borders of Bedfordshire. I don't write the rules. I just go with the flags. It is with an R, country. See, I can pretty much make out most of the word, but okay, so there is an R with it. Okay, thank you very much. It's Sue. I'm just going to double check that I've covered everything else. Have I covered? So, yeah. Okay, that's brilliant. Right. I'm near the end. Right. So revealing who is up for a winning, because I have a sneaky suspicion that my battery on here is going to go, because I'm really not prepared for any of this. Anyway, Mitsu, you are today's winner of the free flag for joining in the live stream. What I need from you is obviously your email address or some way to contact you. First of all, you don't need to put it in the chat, but because obviously then everybody will have a contact for you. But you can email me at tareth.peacock at gmail.com. In fact, if I just put it in here, then you can tareth.peacock at gmail.com. Send me a quick email with contact details, and preferably an address, which would be handy. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, then obviously in Romania. And let me know whether you want a Bedfordshire flag, or indeed, well, you can put that in the comments, or indeed a Flags in Focus flag, either one of those two, and we can add to your collection, Mitsu. I don't really want anything. Oh, okay. Can you please? I can give it to someone else as well. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. But well, thank you for joining in. Anyway, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's absolutely fine. I don't really need one to. God, I can't even give these things away. It's okay. Well, you two have been the biggest contributors so far, but okay. Well, we've got Rocks and Forest. If you're still with us, by all means, then as well, give me a shout out. That'd be fine, and I can reach out to you. But thanks for being involved. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's just a giveaway, so that's fine. Right, I think that's pretty much it from me. As I say, I'll be here again next week at the same time, 12:45 UK time, for a US Independence Day special. So we'll be here again. So please do join me for that. It'd be great to see as many of you as to join me as on that as possible. And as I said, there's way more videos coming out over the coming weeks as well that I've planned. So unless there's Rocks and Forest, there you go. Rocks and Forest, send me a quick email if you can, and if you're happy, we can get a free flag sent to you for merely being entertaining in the chats there, which is great. Excellent. Thank you very much. My email address is just further down in the chat. Send it over and we'll get in communication. I will have to set this up in a better way, especially next week, on how we do that. Right. Until then, so thank you very much for joining in. I've had a blast, as I always do with these live streams, but they only work because you guys get involved as well. So thank you very much for joining in. Yes, I think that's it. I'll see you next week, 12:45 UK time, for a US live special of the flags that I've got. But until then, be seeing you.